Sure.
Okay, so my question would be, where do you think it fits into all this with Stephen Harper's obsessive attempts at killing the Liberal Party? Because once if he gets his way and he strangles the Liberal Party, then he doesn't have a split opposition anymore.
Excellent question. Excellent question. I'll be right back to answer that. And with this is King Midas Sound, Earth I Kill Ya.
The earth will kill you if you try to kill it. Your body heals you if you discipline it. The earth will kill you if you try to kill it. Your body heals you if you discipline it. The earth will kill you if you try to kill it. Your body heals you if you discipline it. The earth will kill you if you try to kill it. Your body heals you if you discipline it. In this time, we have to live with earth. Stop the relentless pursuit of money. Everything have a soul. Rivers, stones, plants, and trees all living. Their power can be used, angered, or destroyed. We shall all live again through births and deaths. Spirits persist. Live simple. You can't sell the earth for profit. It's to live, not to sell. The earth will kill you if you try to kill it. It's a long time now we organic. Them so-called scientists now catch on. But they want to call we thinking primitive. When they first thought it's drugs to poison. And look how they poison all the water. And selling it back to us in plastic bottles. The earth will kill you if you try to kill it. Your body heals you if you discipline it. The earth will kill you if you try to kill it. Your body heals you if you discipline it. The earth will kill you if you try to kill it. Your body heals you if you discipline it. The earth will kill you if you try to kill it. Your body heals you if you discipline it. My stomach is no graveyard for the dead. Plantains, herbs, yam, callaloo. Things that come from the dust. Man come from the dust. So you thought the West could make a system to live? Well, let me see who dead first. One thing I know is my liberty is my liberty. You see, my grandmother, anytime she was sick, she would dream what she need to eat. And you want to talk about medicine? She was in touch. She said all animals in the world could do this. Why not man? But it seemed we lose this ability just to keep in touch with what we need to live, to live, to live. The earth will kill you if you try to kill it. Your body heals you if you discipline it. The earth will kill you if you try to kill it. Your body heals you if you discipline it. The earth will kill you if you try to kill it. Your body heals you if you discipline it. The earth will kill you if you try to kill it. Your body heals you if you discipline it.
And that was Earth I Kill Ya by King Midas Sound. How's it going, Mike?
Not too bad.
Okay,
I
I've
think
had
Earth
some.
is going to kill Stephen Harper.
Oh man, it's going to kill us all if Stephen Harper deregulates the environment laws anymore.
Exactly.
Okay, a question about how Stephen Harper's obsession to destroy the Liberal Party fits in with my our idea that his fortunes will only be determined and entirely determined by whether or not the parties decide to cooperate. I think that he's operating on the assumption that no matter what he does, those two parties won't get together. You know, if he might understand that he would get too far off his game if he was just trying to stick handle the whole situation and keep them both strong enough so that they don't think that they need to merge. You know, you can see how he would get off of his message by trying to cultivate that kind of situation. Now, naturally, for him to attack the Liberals is a good idea because that's where his votes will always come from. A weakened Liberal Party only strengthens him. You know?
Not to beat up on the Liberal Party, but if he's going to get votes from anywhere, he's going to get them from the right wing end of the Liberal Party.
Exactly. Yeah. So he really never has bothered to try to take support away from the NDP because that's not the low hanging fruit for him. You know.
And I guess it's also fair to say too. I don't think that the no matter how good the Conservative political machine is, I don't think they saw the 103 seats coming for the NDP any more than anyone else saw that coming too. I mean, against that, I guess you could also say that. Sorry.
It's almost like this Harper did too good. You know, he was too successful at his own plan.
Yeah, that's another way of looking at it for sure. Maybe he never really thought that if you beat the Liberals up so bad that eventually the NDP are going to get some benefit out of that too.
I think he'd like to be against Thomas Mulcair rather than Justin Trudeau. That's not a good situation for him.
Right.
But still, he's done everything in his power to antagonize Justin Trudeau, like canceling Katimavik. He did not have to do that. You know?
Yeah,
that's his.
I got a little story about that too. There's a chapter here in Aurelia, and one of the people that came out to our rally invited them out, and even though they were shut down in this budget, they said, "Oh no, we can't come out," and the government was the one who funded us. It's like the key word would be "was," wouldn't it?
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
yeah.
And interesting, eh? And I just love the vision, like the picture I had of Justin Trudeau before that boxing match with Patrick Brazo, the Conservative senator. It was literally the day after the cancellation of Katimavik was announced. And they had footage of him before that fight with the Conservative senator drawing with a magic marker the Katimavik logo on his arm. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what the logo was on his arm. Okay.
Yeah, it was a Katimavik logo.
Two together.
Yep. And I believe Patrick Brazo got hit with that right arm about 300 times in that fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I just saw, like, did canceling Katimavik make Justin Trudeau a little bit more powerful that night? You know?
Right.
Because that was his father's signature gesture to the country. It's like, let's have a program where we can send excellent youth from place to place to place to learn from other communities and to inspire the people because they go there and do volunteer work and learn stuff. And then we have this body of excellent young people that circulates through the country to tie it together, kind of thing, right? Because then you have these people become your community leaders. These people become your doctors and important type persons, you know. And then they have this Katimavik experience to share with everybody in their communities that they wind up going back to. And to cancel that on Trudeau was probably a kick in the balls, big time.
Well, no doubt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm gonna guess. I'm just gonna
Sorry,
go out on a limb here. I'm sure they cut it on what they're gonna say is a fiscal level. Like, is that why? Were they saving money?
Yeah.
Or that
it
was
like something
argument,
like $20 million a year, right?
Right.
And a government that has money, billions of dollars to build new jails, even though crime rates are going down, and they have $25 billion to splash into the
They don't.
military.
Yeah, they don't have $20 million to
for the
take,
young people of this country that want to get a really cool experience before they go to university. Come
right,
on
that might
now.
be, like you say, future community leaders, people,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they end up being all political stripes. It's not to say that these people are all like, young New Democrats and liberals or communists or something.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think that they fit any single profile other than the fact that they all seem to be pretty excellent people. You know, they
Right.
can be an excellent conservative or an excellent, I don't know, for Christian or excellent whatever. It doesn't matter.
Whatever it is they
engineer,
identify
scientist. You
with,
could be.
right.
Yeah, you could be a scientist that just wants to. You know, I don't know.
Well, not a scientist. Stephen Harper doesn't like scientists.
Exactly. Yeah, you wouldn't want your scientist of tomorrow
I
to
think
go
we
do
just
some
hit the
volunteer.
nail on the head.
Yeah,
If there
you
was
wouldn't
a
want.
scientist among them, be able to destroy them.
Yeah, you wouldn't want the scientist of your future generation going up to do some volunteer work in friggin' Baffin Island or something like that, and
Yeah.
figure out that the winters aren't really that cold there anymore. You know.
Or God forbid, go and realize how dangerously polluted the waters are that killer whales are living in off the coast of
Yeah.
BC already before we even start
Yeah.
sinking Chinese oil tankers off the coast.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Jesus,
The shit's crazy, man. You know, like
absolutely.
what I don't like about I'm gonna say, I want to bring up Mulcair's Dutch disease position. Okay.
Okay.
I like it. I like the fact that he's brought the issue up. I think that his approach to use a cap and trade system to, supposedly curtail growth of the oil sands and, incorporate some cost of carbon into the price of the oil.
Mm-hmm.
So you can say it's a green message and it's a job message at the same time, which is a pretty good combination if you can pull it off.
Right.
However, what he's not getting is that there's two ways you can slow the appreciation of the dollar or reverse it. One is to stop development of the oil sand. The
Mhm.
other is to print money. You know what I mean?
Right.
How come he hasn't brought that option up? How come nobody ever brings that option up? We can
Yeah.
monetize. You know what the United States is doing, and this is one of the main reasons that our dollar is appreciating against it, is they're printing a ton of money to buy back their debt because they went through a 2-year period there, right? Before the European meltdown, no one wanted to hold American bonds because the euro was gaining too much, right?
Mm-hmm.
So of course the American banks used derivatives to blow up the European banking system, right? And then all of a sudden the money starts rushing back into their dollar. You know what I mean? But before that, and their treasury bonds, right? Because their dollar is safe to hold relative to any other world pretender to the reserve currency throne,
Right.
and their T-bills are safer. So what happens is all the money's going back into the States. Their dollar is going to start going back up again, and their cost of servicing their existing deficit is going to go down. Europe is fucked, mind you, right? But in the short term, the United States gets a gain off of it. But what they had been doing in the 2 years previously was printing an extraordinary amount of money. They had printed almost $3 trillion to buy some of their debt back off the market because bonds were reaching maturity and nobody in the bond market wanted to pick up any American bonds. So the
How would
Americans...
that affect Stephen Harper's allies in the oil industry then? Is that why he doesn't want to print more money? He doesn't want to devalue the currency?
It affects them incredibly.
Yeah.
Because think about it. All oil is priced in U.S. dollars, right?
Right.
So all of a sudden, when the world is flooded with U.S. dollars, it's super inflationary for a lot of world economies, but
Mhm.
it's very inflationary to the American dollar, right? So
Mhm.
meaning that the value of it can go down and or up. You know what I mean? Depending upon the direction of the money printing.
So essentially, you're saying sometimes it's a value to decrease the value of your money within.
If you want to export anything, it is. But when you want to talk about how beneficial this was to the oil industry, right? Extremely beneficial.